What's up, Aunty?
What are you looking at?
The new NHS Covid-19 App, Aunty.
What's that?
It's a new way to fight coronavirus using our phones. It'll help everyone to protect each other and save lives.
What do you mean? How can using our phones save lives?
I'll show you. I have an iPhone, so I log into the Apple App Store and search for the NHS Covid-19 app. You have an Android phone, so you will use the Google App Store.
Do you have to pay?
No, it's free. It won't affect your mobile phone bill either. It's very simple and easy to download the app and to install it.
Do you need to know your NHS number?
No, you don't need to enter any personal information into the app. I know your privacy and security is important to you, but the app won't affect that.
How does it work then?
The NHS Covid-19 app works using Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a wireless signal. You already use Bluetooth when you connect your phone to your wireless speaker to play music.
I understand. But when I first used the speaker, I had to enter a code to get the phone to connect. What will I have to do to make Bluetooth work with the app?
Nothing. The app will switch Bluetooth on for you. It will even work while your phone is locked.
Will that drain my phone battery?
No, just a tiny bit of power.
Does the app use anything else?
Yes, the app also uses a tiny amount of data. This is because it checks in regularly with the NHS to get the latest information for you.
How does the app use Bluetooth?
It's really simple and clever. Whenever you are close to someone who also has the app on their phone, the phones use Bluetooth to signal each other.
I don't want a stranger seeing my details on their Bluetooth.
Don't worry. Bluetooth works differently with the app and just runs in the background. No one can see any of your details or use the app to hack into your phone.
That's a relief. I want to help the NHS, but I can't take any risk.
The way it works is like this. If the phones stay closer than 2 meters from each other for at least 15 minutes, the phones remember each other for the next 2 weeks. That's because someone infected by the virus is most likely to pass it on if they spend at least 15 minutes closer than 2 meters from someone else.
Why do the phones remember each other for 2 weeks?
It can take 2 weeks for someone to develop symptoms after they've been infected. It can take a week before the virus can be detected using our current tests. But all of that time, the infected person might be able to pass the virus on.
How do phones remembering each other help to fight the coronavirus?
Let me explain. The app works in 6 different ways. If you become ill, the app helps you to check if you have coronavirus symptoms. If you do have coronavirus symptoms, the app helps you to book a test. This test can be carried out at home, at a walk-in centre, or at a drive-in centre. If you do test positive for coronavirus, you tell the app on your phone. Then you isolate, which is stay at home alone, for 2 weeks after your symptoms started. After that, you should no longer be infectious. While you're isolating, the app provides you with advice and support. Isolating is essential to stop the virus spreading. The app tells all of the phones that have been closer to you than 2 meters for at least 15 minutes over the past 2 weeks. The apps on those phones then alert their owners to isolate in case they're infected too. They can then book their own tests using the app.
Slow down. If I am sitting in my armchair and my neighbour is sitting in their chair on the other side of the wall, less than 2 meters away, we can't infect each other. But our phones won't know that.
The app is cleverer than that. It measures the strength of the Bluetooth signal, and the wall makes the signal weaker. So, in those circumstances, the phone wouldn't remember each other.
That is clever. Does the app do anything else?
Yeah, 2 more things.
What are they?
I know you've been worried about catching coronavirus when you go shopping because of your diabetes and high blood pressure. The app will tell you whether the infection level in your postcode is average, higher than average, or very high.
Does that mean that I need to tell the app my address?
No, you only enter the first part of your postcode into the app. Your privacy is still protected.
That will be very helpful. I feel confident to go out more often now. What is the last way the app works to protect us?
When you go to the community centre or the library or the cafe, there will be a poster near the entrance with a QR code on it.
What is a QR code?
It looks like this. You will have seen them on leaflets and magazines, Aunty. I didn't know their name before either.
Yes, I remember seeing them. How can a code help to fight the coronavirus?
It works like this. At the entrance to a venue, you use the app on your phone to scan the code. It's as easy as pointing your phone at the poster when the app is running.
Very modern. But how does that help?
Your phone will remember for the next 2 weeks that you've been to the venue. If other venue users develop coronavirus symptoms and there's a possibility that you've been infected, your phone will tell you. This is because the app will check regularly and automatically to see which venues are working with local authorities to tackle coronavirus outbreaks.
Won't my phone tell me anyway if I had been closer than 2 meters to someone for at least 15 minutes? Why should I use the QR code too?
One way that the COVID-19 coronavirus spreads is on surfaces. If an infected person touches a surface like a door handle or a table, the virus can survive for at least 3 days. So you can still catch coronavirus without being close to someone for at least 15 minutes.
Of course, that's why I leave as much of my post and shopping as possible by the front door for 3 days before unpacking it.
Also, you may not need to provide your name and address when you go into a building if you use the NHS Covid-19 app instead. Privacy is built into the app because all the information stays on your phone and isn't shared with anyone. Is there anything else you'd like to know, Aunty?
I know that our community would want to use the app. We want to do everything we can to help save lives. But I'm worried the government will believe that our community has a very high rate of infection compared to communities where no one bothers to get tested. Then we might get unfairly locked down.
Don't worry, Aunty. It doesn't work like that. The NHS tests a national network of thousands of volunteers regularly. They also measure the percentage of people testing positive, not the numbers. That's how they decide about local infection rates. The more people who take the test, the more accurate the figures are. Testing is critical to fighting the coronavirus and saving lives. We need to make sure that everyone with symptoms gets tested so that we can get back to normal as soon as possible. Are you worried about anything else, Aunty?
Can I still use Bluetooth to connect my phone to my wireless speaker?
Yes. Bluetooth can do several things at the same time. Do you have any other questions?
Will you help me to install the app now, please?
Yes, of course, Aunty. Starring Sahera Khan, voiceovers Sarifa Patel, Radhika Bynon. Produced by Gosling for Together 2012 CIC. Thanks to Chris Burrow, Amina Vora, Omar Bynon, our NHS. Supported by the National Lottery Community Fund, Arts Council England. Support the app. Support the NHS. Save lives.